Well, you guys, it is that time already. 7 months ago, I signed a lease for this apartment, knowing that it would just, be a quick 7 months. And then I'd go off on my next adventure and it would be great. Now the end of those 7 months is here, and I don't know where the time went. I have a girl coming to pick up the 2 mirrors that I listed on Facebook Marketplace that are in my room. Tomorrow, my TV console and my nightstands get picked up. And my apartment is just slowly gonna be dismantling over these next few days, and I'm emo about it. Actually, it's already, my bench goes over there, and there was like a table, like a golden glass table that sat there that got picked up last night. And so I figured I would just take this time to talk about this apartment and like everything that it brought me, I guess. Yeah, so for those that don't know, I'm Andy. Sup, bitches? I don't know if you can say that on YouTube. Well, if you can, sup, bitches. If you can't, sup, bitches still, but I'll like bleep it out. Anyways, I'm Andy. If you're new here, that's my name. I'm currently living in Orlando, Florida for the next, what's today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days, 4.5. Although that's not true because I'm born and raised here, like my family's here, all my stuff is staying here. But I'm just gonna be living around the world for the next few months instead. Which is exciting and fun, and who knows what's gonna come of it in terms of like what I'm gonna learn, This will be my 3rd big trip or adventure. The past 2 years I've done adventures over the summer. I would like to put that habit on the fact that I went to summer camp as a child. So I never spent the summers here, and then I went to college out in Colorado. So after like my freshman year, I spent like my freshman summer here, but then after that I just stayed out there for the summers because have you seen Colorado in the summer? Much better than Florida, where you can simply walk from your car to the door of wherever you're going and sweat. And I'm a sweater, so like maybe that's just me, but I'm also a chafer. So anyways, now that we've covered that, let me tell you about this apartment. So back in like, what was that, October-ish, something like that, I went to Nashville to dog sit for my friend because I used to live there for 1.5 years. And that was my first time being back there since I had moved to go on my first big adventure, and then I've been in Orlando since. Anyways, we're all over the place. You'll find that that's common with me. I'm a yapper and I've got ADHD, and so, we'll be talking about one thing, but then that thing will lead us to maybe 5 other things, and then eventually maybe we'll circle back to what my point was. So I hope you guys can, keep up. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, okay. So I went to Nashville. I was there for a bit, and I was like, God, I miss having my own space. And like my mom and I had talked about me getting an apartment before I went on this, like to the Nashville thing to dog sit. But I was like, it just doesn't make sense financially, like why would I spend however much each month when like, I'm already living at home with my dad, like I have my own space-ish, like just didn't make sense. But then after that trip, I got back and I was like, no, I need my own space. Like even if it's just for 7 months, I kind of hit a point living at home where I couldn't grow anymore, There's this saying, they say you can't grow in a place you've been hurt. Valid, okay? Now there definitely was like progress made while I was living at home with my dad, and it was nice like getting that time with him, but I I just felt like I couldn't take the next step into the next version of myself while still living in my childhood home, you know? So I get home from that trip and I was like, all right, it's apartment time. My mom was like, okay. So we went and looked. I looked at 2 buildings. And the unit that I currently live in is the first unit that I looked in. Now, let me give you a little lay of the land, okay? And I think you'll be able to understand. Now, when you see the state of my apartment, don't say or feel any type of way. Keep in mind I'm moving. Okay. So, you know, you walk in and you've got the kitchen here, but you know what it was that sold me? It was the high ass ceilings and these big ass windows. Okay, also my bathroom's here. Again, messy. Bedroom, again, messy. But then, you know, we've got her. I've got my own balcony through that door. I call it my fratio because of those chairs. You can infer the rest yourself. But, you know, I've got this view. And then the fun part about this, is this the zoom? Okay. You can see it better from the balcony, but I don't feel like going out there. Okay, fuck it. We'll go out there. Let's see. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Okay, this building right here, dude, my dad built that. So, you know, being able to see the building that my dad built from my balcony, yeah, that's pretty cool. So that was, you know, something that was special, kind of. I don't want to be in the sun like that. Hee hee. But you know, I love a high ceiling. Who doesn't? Okay, it's on the top floor, pool view, you can see my dad's. I was like, how am I supposed to like anything after seeing this? But for the sake of options, I looked at another apartment, same layout, but like a few floors down, facing the street. Instant no. And then I looked at one other building. It was a no, like before I even fully walked in those doors. You know, like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm super sensitive to like energies and such. And so I didn't like the vibe from that building even before I walked into like the leasing office. And then I got inside and it only got worse. So obviously I was like, that's a no. Let me sign for, God, that's bright. That's a no. I will take this one. Thank you. So that's how that happened. It happened real fast. I won't lie. And, you know, I was like, I've got 7 months. It's not a super long time, but it's fine. Let me tell you, 7 months, like that. I was like, what do you mean I already am like moving out? So I figured, before everything is gone, let me walk y'all through my girly wonderland utopia that I love so much. It's really been such a joy having like a space of my own, because I always wanted a chapter to live alone, but I didn't think I'd get that necessarily. And then I did, and it's done so much for me in terms of like my personal growth and just feeling more like an adult. Because as I'm sure, listen, I don't know how many people will watch this, but on the off chance that a lot of people do, I'm sure there will be people around my age. I'm 25, I'm turning 26. Shh, we don't talk about that. That, you know, live at home or have lived at home in their like mid-20s and feel some type of way about it. I felt some type of way about it, you know, but also I think what a lot of people I don't know. I don't want to speak for the masses, but me personally, I felt very underdeveloped while I was still living at home. You know, how am I a 25-year-old that lives at home? How am I supposed to have a serious like adult relationship? How am I supposed to feel like an adult when I live in my childhood home? You know? And I think that's something that my generation has really had to navigate more than any other, because if you look at our parents' 25 versus our 25, vastly different. No wonder I thought I was supposed to be married with child/children and house and dog by 25. A lot of them were. But you know what? That's just not the world and society that we like live in anymore. And I think there's so much pressure on us to be what our parents were. And I just don't know how practical that is. So, with that being said, let me show you my girly utopia now that we've circled back. I would like to start with my Christmas tree. If you can't tell, pink was the color of this apartment. Not because it's my favorite color, but because of this lamp. I found her at Home Goods and needed her. I had her in Nashville, and then she sat in my room at my dad's house for a while. And then I got an apartment, and I was like, well, I want that lamp in my apartment. So that's what sparked the pink. Anyways, so we'll take a little trip down to my mantle here. There used to be a plant in here. I killed it. I actually killed 2 of them. Because, go figure, incense is not good for plants. Found that out too late. Well, didn't even thought to Google that towards the death of the second one. Anyways, moving on. This is my little bear. She is Prada. She's a little Prada bear. She's from Stockholm. I love her. I was a few glasses of champagne in when I decided I needed her. Anyways, this is my LLC, which I established once living in this apartment. Yes. Progress. Some of my just like little crystals. Over on this side, we've just got some tchotchkes. This is actually my cat's footprints and his fur. If you think that's weird, I don't care. I love my animals, and they're all dead now, so let me have that. Or leave. I don't care. Anyways, this is, I feel like there's a proper name, but I just call her Mother Earth because hello, but I don't know if it's like Gaia, Geisha, I don't know. I'm witchy woo, but I'm like level 2 or 3 witchy woo. Actually, I don't even know what that would consist of, but I digress. This is a little postcard that I found in Finland. Love. You'll see more of those like on my fridge in a minute. That's me and my best friend Kelsey. She got me that picture frame with that picture of us for my birthday. And then I just have like some things scattered and whatnot. And over here, so these little trolls are also from Finland. The trolls signify me and my friend Elizabeth, Libby Lou. And then in the middle, that signifies my friend Vicky because she has a thing for snow globes. And once upon a time in high school, we were on a school trip in England and France. And she took it upon herself, because she has a thing for snow globes. She collected snow globes throughout the whole 2-week trip. Bought a suitcase for the snow globes, and then had to throw every single snow globe away in the TSA line. So that's why she's a snow globe. Because I actually got her this snow globe, but then I just forgot to take it to her. And so now it lives in my mantle. And there she is. This is a orchid. Its origins are unimportant because it's from a man that's unimportant. Anyways, this is me, and she lived happily ever after. Yep, that's my future. On a horse, in a beautiful landscape. Not necessarily like Utah like that, but I'd, if it were mountains, for sure. Anyways, this is my my broken wine glass, which you'll see more of later, filled with flower petals from all my various bouquets I've had. This is another one of my OG plants, which you'll see she's looking a little, I don't want to say lackluster in front of her, because that's rude. Her name's Sutton. But she's seen better days, and it is my fault. Again, incense, which I've now learned is a no-no. Oh, I'll show you my other OG plant. Again, don't mind the mess. But this is Miss Frizzle. Oh, shit, don't, okay, stay right there. This was all on the table that used to be here, but now that the table is gone, I have had to put things elsewhere. Anyways, moving on to the walls. Her. I love this photo. Like, might be one of my favorite things in existence. I feel like that's my purest, highest form. No pun intended. That's a cigarette in its mouth, in her mouth, I think. That's what we're gonna go with. Who doesn't love a good drunk cig or a good European cig? Anyways, so that's that. Over here, I painted that at a paint and sip at the coffee shop next door. This is pink mirror. The different photos on it are from my best friend Izzy's wedding. We've been friends since we were 3 years old. This is us. Is it gonna focus? Yes. Stunning! Anyways, another side of photos from that. And then this, it is crooked. Yes, I know. But I bought this at a coffee shop in Orlando that does like, the words I'm searching for are escaping me. But basically they put up local artists on like their walls for like a month, and then people can buy them. And I walked in and I saw that and I said, yes, please, I'll have that. And then, you know, pretty basic. This is my Prada coffee book table that I was gifted in Stockholm. When you spend a lot of money at Prada, you'll get a coffee book table, which I'm not mad about. I love that table. Okay, now here's the fridge. This is fun to look at. We'll zoom in. You can see my Helsinki. These are like from Finland, from Helsinki. There was like a little market. These as well, to go back to the gnome people that were over there, you know? Those match them as well. And then Libbit, that's her, my little Libby Lou. She got me this. She goes, that's you. I said, okay, love that for me. That's the boyfriend. Not that you can like see our faces in that, but it's fine. These Polaroids are actually from my friend Kelsey's engagement weekend. Yes. Another little thingy, whatever you want to call that, and another. That's probably the most interesting thing in my kitchen, given that a lot of the things are gone. A little mirror that I found that matches so well. Oh, also I painted that back in college. But this just matched so well with my other pink mirror that I was like, why wouldn't I get that, you know? Okay. And then over here, another one of my favorites. Excuse me, I burped. Favorite pieces of art. Because that is my mentality. Yeah. Who run the world? Girls. This is a plant that I haven't killed. She's actually from Nashville. She's a few years old. If she had like a bigger nest home, she'd probably be bigger. I'm trying to sell this table. Anyways, now here's the other picture that matches the other one out there that I walked in and I was like, I need that. This one freaks some people out. That's fine. I get it, but I love it. Anyways, now, lastly, my vision board. I am currently laying back on my, is it zoomed in? Oh, okay. On my bed to get the whole thing. It's big. I'll give you a close-up of the different things. It did take me hours to make, but I love it And so much is getting checked off of it this year. And then I've just got some mirrors. This is Doug. He matches my tattoo. Who actually just, wait, where is he? Oh, there's Doug. He's from Dublin. He's my little unicorn. He actually just had a birthday. I think he's 2. He's 2. But yeah, that is like the main rundown of my apartment. Let me just check this real quick because I have someone coming to pick up the mirrors. You know what I hate? I hate in Facebook Messenger when you like do a smiley face and it changes it to an emoji. I just wanted the smiley face. Whatever, I digress. But now that we've taken the tour, also, this is my pink bench. I digress. Yeah. It's been a great apartment. It helped me find happiness in Orlando. I used to really not like this city, you know, growing up here and all that comes with that. It used to have like a really dark cloud and negative energy for me around it, like for forever. Like I used to hate coming home here. But also my dad lives like down by the airport. So it's like 30 minutes to get anywhere. And not like an inner city 30 minutes, but like 20 miles, 30 minutes, you know? Because it takes me 25 to get to my boyfriend's from here. But he's only like maybe 5 miles away, you know? Give and take. So like if you catch all the lights and there's no traffic, 15, perfect. But, you know, I kind of like found my routine here. I got into my Pilates and there's a coffee shop next door that I really like to go do my work at for my blog. Go check it out, adventurewithandy.com. Shameless plug. But yeah, it's been great. I'm closer to like my mom and my brother up here, and my friends are also much closer up here. And I got to feel like an adult, you know? It got to be too much. I couldn't do it anymore. The sun, I mean. But yeah, I'm really forever thankful and grateful for the time that I've had in this apartment. Because I feel like I needed this time to shape into myself a little bit better before heading off on this next big adventure. But it's been so much fun just being a girl in my own space and decorating it. However, it's currently sparkle hour a little bit, if you can see that. Let me flip this around. So the disco ball gets the lights and then it like goes on the wall. Typically it shows up better, but given the fact that my table's gone, this is the sparkle hour that we will be having today. It's definitely sad to leave this apartment. It has just been, I call it my girly wonderland, because it is that. It's just a girly utopia. What do you mean live with a man and not have a pink apartment and sparkle hour? Please. Maybe one day, but I'll be in charge of the decorations, obviously. Yeah. It's weird being this close to like another big adventure, because now this will be my 3rd year in a row doing it. And I don't know, like I understand like the lead up and the process of it better, as you would expect, you know? But yeah, it's almost like I'm in the like like grieving or mourning, but it's like I know this chapter is ending, you know? And that's weird. Like, I'm never gonna live in this apartment again. Hopefully, if I get my way, which I'm a lucky girl. I'm a Sag rising, ruled by Jupiter, the planet of luck. My astrology girls will get it, and I'm thankful for it every day. But anyways, back to if I get my way, which I'm pretty good at doing, if I do say so myself. I want a house. I don't want to live in an apartment again, you know? I don't want to have to be like conscientious of the noise I make. Not that like these walls are thin or anything, but you know, not even that. I want to be able to walk out my door and touch grass. I don't want to have to get in an elevator, ride that down, make all the stops, you know, like do the awkward, oh, do I make eye contact? Do I say hi? Do I not? Like with the people in the elevator. I'm a friendly person. That's great. About to enter Thornton Park. Okay. The girl's coming to buy my fucking mirrors. That's what she's here for. Yes. But anyways, yeah, I want a house. I want a yard. I want a cat or two to start. I want a dog one day, yes, but I don't think I'm ready to commit to a dog yet. But I committed to a boyfriend, so maybe I could commit to a dog. No. I dog sit. I do Rover. So like, that's where I get my animal fill. Plus, my best friend, Kelsey, she's got a blonde weenie. Love him. That's my godchild. My god dog. We love each other. He's great. His name is Moby. Yes, Moby Dick. Yes. He's got many a name. My personal favorite is Mr. Booby Man. We're off track. But also my boyfriend has a dog, you know? So like, I get my fix. And then I don't have to like pay for my dog to go stay with someone. People pay me for their dog to stay with me. It's like a win-win, you know? But mostly, I just want my own yard. I have to plant all my flowers in my boyfriend's yard. Let me rephrase that. Not have to. I get to. You know what? No, both. I have to, but I also get to. Praise the man. He's an angel. Lets me put my flowers in his yard. But like, I want to put my flowers in my own yard. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's the aspiration for the end of the year. But for right now, I just have to try to not have a breakdown before I get done with everything I gotta do. I think my brain's blocking that part out because it knows that I still have to like do stuff. But also like once I'm on the plane, I think I'm gonna be like pretty fine, you know? I am excited, but my brain does this thing where it doesn't necessarily like process what's going on. Oh. Okay. But yeah, it's like I show up, I'll get on the plane, and then I'll arrive to another place, get on another plane, arrive to another place, get on, and then I'll be in Thailand. I'm kind of like a by the seat of my pants kind of gal. I like an outline. I don't like a source-cited report. Nah, just I'm gonna figure it out as I go. It's fine. Although I haven't been to Asia, Southeast Asia. You can say I've been to Asia because technically I have. I've been to Cappadocia and Turkey, and that's like on the Asian side of the continent. So like, woohoo. However, do I necessarily count that? No. Only if I'm counting continents. Okay, but I am really excited for Southeast Asia. I just think it's gonna be a totally different ball game. But I'm excited. I'm excited. And you guys get to come with me. Yay! Aren't you excited? Say yes. Yes, yay. But, yeah. I think that's gonna be it for me for right now. Because I gotta go tend to some things and don't look at my bra. God, that's rude. But anyways, I gotta go let this lady come get my mirrors. My boyfriend's also almost here, so I gotta go get him too. And then I gotta figure out what to do for food. Ta-ta for now. Let's yap soon. Okay, bye.